Hello, good people of the world. Today we've got a live album reaction for you. Just before we get into it, just to let you know that if you donate to our channel, we will happily accept a request from you for an album of your choice, preferably not one that's about 7 hours long or anything like that. Oh dear, could you imagine? Anyway, all the information is down below in the description. Donations can be made via YouTube directly on our some of our videos on our main channel, and also, preferably via Ko-fi.com. Any amount is accepted and very much respected. We look forward to receiving your donations, guys. So, as for today's reaction, let me share the screen with everybody, including Backstreet Brett. We're going to be reacting to Sleeping at Last. So, I'm guessing you're not familiar with them?
Okay. No, not familiar with them.
So, it's a musical project led by singer-songwriter blah, 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 blah. So, we have a drummer, bassist. Bassist. And who's the other one? Hang on. And the guitarist. Lead singer and guitarist. Right. Okay. So a trio there. On YouTube, they're pretty popular with 902,000 subscribers. So getting towards 1 million. And we're going to be reacting to Covers Volume 2.
Ooh, okay.
Now, we're going to play a little game here. Not a game, but I want you to tell me, without telling me the names of the songs, which ones here you recognise. How many, sorry, in terms of numbers. And I'll tell you how many I recognise. But don't tell me the names of the songs.
Right, so, I'll go for the ones that I feel very, very confident.
No. Don't go for the names. I just want to know.
No, I'm just going to say number, yeah. But I'm just, based on the one.
We haven't got to the end yet. There are 10
Well, I haven't looked at the start yet. You start,
right, I'm going to scroll through it quickly, not slowly. Right, here we go. Right, you with me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, right. There are 4 songs that I definitely know on here, based on the title. What about you?
Yeah, I think there was 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So, you looking forward to it?
Yeah, we have done an album of just covers before, I think. So it's quite good. And, it's always, it was one or two ways we go with this, sort of where we either, obviously going to probably compare to the original, and there's something nice about, the familiarity of recognizing and knowing the songs. But, yeah, I mean, overall, it'd be interesting to see what they're all about and what their sort of cover style is as well.
Yeah. Absolutely, I'm well up for it. Right, there's a few songs there that I definitely like. So let's begin.
We'll do it all, everything on our own. We don't need anything or anyone. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? I don't quite know how to say how I feel. Those 3 words are said to much and not enough. And if I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Forget what we're told before we get too old. Show me a garden that's bursting into life. Let's waste time chasing cars around our heads. And if I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Forget what we're told before we get too old. Show me a garden that's bursting into life. All that I am, all that I ever was, is here in your perfect eyes. They're all that I can see. I don't know where, confused about how as well. Just know that these things will never change for us at all. And if I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world?
Okay, I think I'll go first if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Yeah, that was really good. I enjoyed that. I suppose if I was to describe it, it was what I liked about it. I suppose it was similar to the original in a way, the way it was sung, but it was the instrumentals and the vibe of it that was actually quite different. So it had a much more relaxed feel than the original. I believe it's Snow Patrol, isn't it, that sings this?
Yeah.
I don't know much about them, but I think they're quite a rocky band. And I think with this, yeah, how would you describe the instrumentals? It's kind of like orchestra-like. I don't know, more.
Yeah, I know.
It just gave it a much softer feel. So I think for me, it's like, depending on what kind of mood I'm in, I would maybe want to listen to this version or maybe the original. If I wanted something a bit more upbeat, a bit more of a kick, more of an oomph, I'd listen to the original. But if I was more in a sort of chill out mood, I'd listen to this. So I think this song actually works really well in this style that it was sung. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I'd say maybe because it was a much sort of low key version of the song, maybe as a negative I might say it did drag on a little bit, whereas with the original I guess it's probably the same length, but it doesn't feel like it drags on because there's more going on. It's got a bit more power to it, a bit more oomph. Yeah, really good start. I like the guy, the lead singer's voice. I like the style of the song. I'm glad they took a different. It wasn't just a copy of the original. They did it their own way, which I really appreciated. So yeah, really good. And this is one of the songs that I was looking forward to because I do like this song. There you go. What about you?
Yeah, again, really good, valid comments that you make there. Can't really disagree with too much on that there. What I'll just sort of probably say and I just the original song is very iconic and very well known, and there is something about it where it does sort of go a bit more upbeat. It does bring something to it, whilst this, with the orchestra style kind of thing, and the lead singer's voice, does bring a different kind of element to it there. So I also really like this, and I think you summed up there. I think it depends what kind of more mood you might be feeling into, depending which version you might listen to more, prefer to listen to at that point. Very good opening start, and really like that.
Now, you said you recognise 5 songs. Let's just confirm things. This is one of the 5.
this
right.
song, yes, was one of the 5. I did have a question mark as we're moving on to the next one, because I thought it could be something, but I thought we might have had a different.
Don't give anything away. Let's wait and see.
Okay. We'll do all those after the thing. Okay then.
Unless you've got something important to add that's relevant to, I don't know, like before we listen.
No, only that there's a question mark on this one. That was all I was going to say. But I will save those sort of comments for maybe once we listen to the songs.
Okay.
I knew you were gonna come to me, and here you are. You better choose carefully, 'cause I'm capable of anything and everything. Make me your Aphrodite, make me your one and only, but don't make me your enemy. Your enemy. So you wanna play with magic? Girl, you should know what you're falling for. Baby, do you dare to do this? 'Cause I'm coming at you like a dark horse. Are you ready for a perfect storm, perfect storm? 'Cause once you're mine, there's no going back. Mark my words, this love will make you levitate like a bird without a cage, down to earth. If you choose to walk away, don't walk away. It's in the palm of your hand now, baby. Say yes or no, maybe. So just be sure before you give it up to me. Give it up to me. So you wanna play with magic? Girl, you should know what you're falling for. Baby, do you dare to do this? 'Cause I'm coming at you like a dark horse. Are you ready for a perfect storm, perfect storm? 'Cause once you're mine, there's no going back. So you wanna play with magic? Girl, you should know what you're falling for. Baby, do you dare to do this? 'Cause I'm coming at you like a dark horse. Are you ready for a perfect storm, perfect storm? 'Cause once you're mine, there's no going back. There's no going back. There's no going back. There's no going back. There's no going back.
Right. Go on then, Rhett. Tell us what you thought of that one.
Yeah, so it turns out it's a song that I do know, and I wasn't sure about it because I thought the song that I thought might have been was actually Dark Horses and not Singular. Yeah, I really, really like this cover. This may have been a better one for you to possibly have gone first if you maybe didn't know. So it's very, very different to the original. I don't know why I'm holding up here. Can I ask you if you did know this song or recognise it at all?
This was not one of my 4 songs that I recognised at the beginning, but I do know this song. Yeah. So it's
okay.
So it's 5. I'm up to 5 now.
Okay, cool. Very, very different to the original. And this kind of comes in the category where some covers I listen to when they've been so changed, and it almost changes sort of the meaning of the song. I kind of sort of get to feel and understand the lyrics a bit more differently as well, and that's exactly what it did with this one. Obvious way to say I probably prefer it to the original, but it's just because it's so different. It's hard to sort of do that. Because I do like the original in a strange way. It's not Katy Perry's best songs of hers, but it's one that had grown on me and stuff.
So sorry.
But, yeah,
who sings this originally?
Katy Perry.
That's Katy Perry. Okay.
Is it? Yeah. Well, Katy Perry and someone else, I think. But she's definitely the main person associated with it. So yeah, really, really top one there. I really enjoyed that sort of take on it. It's the type of one where it's sort of been, I can imagine it's been used in a TV program, something, taking a familiar song and just sort of giving that kind of feel to it there. His voice did sound a little bit different, not massively different to then in Chasing Cars, but maybe because I was sort of taken aback with the song he was covering, maybe that threw me off a little bit more. It felt like the first one, it felt maybe a little bit more high and a bit more softer, where here maybe not as high, I would say. But very, very good cover. Enjoyed that.
Yeah, so like I said to you, this was not a song that I recognised from the title, but when it came on, I did know it. And it was a nice... I enjoyed this because I do quite like this song. I would never have guessed it or said it was Katy Perry. I just couldn't remember who sung it at all. And I haven't heard this for a long time. And I was trying to compare it to the original. From what I remember of the original, it's a lot more of a beat. It's a lot faster, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a strange one. It's like a fast but slow kind of... It's obviously a lot faster than this one, but yeah, it's a real darker kind of... more... I don't want to say R&B, but yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. So yeah, this had a different feel to it, as you say. Gave it a different meaning. So yeah, I just really enjoyed listening to it, and it was just again a more sort of relaxed version. I didn't feel the sort of orchestra this time as much. I think it was a piano I heard being played, and sung really well. Like you, I did think there was a difference in the voice. Particularly, I think I noticed it straight away at the beginning. So yeah, really happy to hear that one. Really good. Bit of a surprise for me because I wasn't expecting that to be a song that I knew. So okay, let's move on to track 3. You've Got a Friend in Me.
You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from a nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. Boy, you've got a friend in me. Yeah, you've got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got troubles, now I got them too. There isn't anything I wouldn't do for you. We stick together and we see it through. 'Cause you got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me. Some of the folks might be a little smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too. But none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you. As the years go by, our friendship will never die. You're gonna see it's our destiny. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. Yeah, you got a friend in me.
Okay, so yeah, obviously another song that I know, 3 out of 3 on a roll. Yeah, so it's a well-known song, isn't it? I don't know who the original's by. It's probably been done by numerous people, I would have thought. And I think probably unlike the other two, it's probably more like the original, just because I don't think this is a like real kind of. It's just how the song is sung. I think it's not like got much of a beat to it or anything. So yeah, nice song. I like the instrumentals in this. It had that sort of almost like banging on a tin the whole way through. Plus, what was it? What do you call it? What's that instrument called?
Go on, you're going to go for it?
No, I'm going to. I can't.
Well, I'm not going to say.
I can't picture it. I can't remember. I can't remember I can't even picture the instrument. I'd have to listen back, and I'd have to. What is it? Oh, anyway, you'll tell me in a moment.
Mainly from Hawaii.
From Hawaii? I wasn't going to say anything from Hawaii. I don't know any instruments from Hawaii, do I?
Oh, okay. It might make sense. Okay, go on, carry on.
Yeah, so the instrumentals kind of stuck out for me there. The lyrics were, we sung it well in a nice, simple. It's got like just kind of a simple kind of song. This one, and I'm sure that this is from some kind of movie soundtrack. I don't know why in my head I'm thinking Toy Story, but I don't know. Is it Toy Story? Is it seriously Toy Story with like Woody and and Andy? Is that his name?
All right, don't show off now.
Right, okay. So I've got a decent memory, it turns out. Okay. Good. Okay. Well, with that, I will pass. So on to you.
Oh, what more can I say apart from the instruments you weren't thinking of there? So I don't know how this counts. So I counted this one, but I was actually thinking of a different song. But I don't know why, because it has that in me. So I think the song I was thinking of, like "You've Got a Friend," which I actually can't now remember who did the original, but McFly did a cover of it that I really liked. But obviously, it is a song that I do know, and as you said, made famous from Toy Story. And as you said, it's the most like I know we've already listened to 3 songs, but out of the 3 we've done so far, this is the one that's more like the original than compared to the other 2. So I could be wrong here, but the instruments I was thinking, what was that? It was like a ukulele, so the little guitar, which I generally made famous come from Hawaii, I think. So yeah, and as you say, it just is a very simple song. It was a simple song for there. It's a simple song. And like I said, even made more simple just by having like the ukulele and what sounded like hitting a tin with a stick. Nicely sung. And again, his voice hasn't changed massively, but it does sound different in every one. And it's not like he's trying to copy singers of but He's just singing it slightly different for each song to fit accordingly, I guess. But yeah, nice one, simple one. It's probably not my favourite out of the three so far, but that's nothing against it. It's only 3 songs in. But yeah, nicely done.
And fun fact, my granddad used to play the ukulele, or at least he used to have a ukulele. I don't know if he still played it. I never actually met him, but he died before I was born. But yeah, I remember that. Had a ukulele. I presume he played it as well. Okay.
He'd be very proud that you picked up it was a ukulele, even though you may not know what it was called.
I didn't know it was from Hawaii. Right. Okay, let's go to the next one. As Long As You Love Me.
Okay.
Loneliness has always been a friend of mine. I'm leaving my life in your hands. People say I'm crazy and that I am blind, risking it all in a glance. And how you got me blind is still a mystery. I can't get you out of my head. I don't care what is written in your history, as long as you're here with me. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you did, as long as you love me. Who you are, where you're from, what you did, as long as you love me. Every little thing that you said and done feels like it's deep within me. It doesn't really matter if you're on the run. It seems like we're meant to be. And I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you did, as long as you love me. Who you are, where you're from, what you did, as long as you love me. I've tried to hide it so that no one knows, but I guess it shows when you look into my eyes. What you did and where you're coming from, well, I don't care, as long as you love me. As long as you love me. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what you did, as long as you love me. Who you are, where you're from, what you did, as long as you love me. As long as you love me. As long as you love me.
Right. Is this one of the songs that you know?
This was a
thought-
song that
right.
I knew. Yeah. How about you? Is it a song that you?
Yeah, four out of
No,
4
yeah.
for me. Yeah.
Sure, because it sounded very different. It was hard maybe to pick out if you would have, recognised the original that one. Sorry, is this me going first then on this?
It is.
Oh God, the pressure of Lee listening to me, what I'm about to probably say on this sort of stuff here. So yeah, as you said, song, I'm going to take a pun with the Backstreet Boys. Again, a bit like Chasing Cars, like iconic and sort of I think very well known in a very different way to Chasing Cars. I really like this cover. I thought this cover was really, really good. But again, and I'll cover myself, I think Love is Chasing Cars, again, depending what sort of mood I'm probably in, would, listen to, I happily listen to either of them. But yeah, maybe different moods, maybe listen to a different version, different times. And it almost, and like I said, for a song that I know that well, and a song that I know well and actually know the lyrics to as well, again, just from this version, it did sound like a different song, but again, from the lyrics, picked up and it almost felt it had different meaning and feelings to it as I was listening to it, really. Again, really liked his voice on it as well. What I've liked, I think it kind of almost did have this sort of vulnerability, I would say, to it, and what I mean by that, it almost felt like he sang it really well, but almost like not like really confidently. It wasn't like, it almost felt like, not ashamed, but there was something like, I won't say holding back, but something about it, like he just felt, whether you would call it as like sort of more emotional side of things, maybe feeling different to it, but it kind of had a less confident feel to it. But I think that worked really well as he was singing into this. So yeah, a very good cover in my opinion.
Yeah, fun fact for you guys. So the Backstreet Boys, big fans of ours. So they actually took our name, Backstreet, called themselves Backstreet Boys, from our name, Backstreet Gents. So big up to the Backstreet Boys. This is one of my favourite Backstreet Boys songs. And yeah, I really appreciated this. Like you say, it was sung in a different way, obviously much slower. And like you said, it did change the meaning of the song. This felt a lot more emotional, really, I'd say. Like when I listen to the original, I'm just more sort of, I don't know, going along with it, singing along. And whereas this, because of the way it was sung, it just, gave a completely different feel. And I was also going to say the same thing, depending on what mood I was in, I would, listen to maybe the Backstreet Boys or this one. I don't know, just something about it. As much as I like this, I thought it was really good. I'm glad they sung it in this way and didn't sing it like, in the original way. They did their own take on it. I still missed that kind of, I'm going to use that word that I used earlier, that kind of oomph. I wanted to just kind of, I think one of the reasons why I like this song so much, the original, is because it does have that push on it. I don't know, it just really gets going. Whereas obviously this didn't, but that's just the style that they went for, which, like I say, is really good. I also like I think the chorus part. It had a bit of a kind of, it wasn't a choir, but there was some kind of background noise, like ooh, kind of going on that kind of added a bit more, emotion in a way to it, I suppose, feeling. So yeah, it was really good. I'd probably still pick the Backstreet Boys song like 9 times out of 10, but there might be the odd occasion where I'm feeling, I want something a little bit more slowed down, and I'd probably go for this one. So yeah, let's move on to track 5, which is Never Tear Us Apart. See if we can make it 5 out of 5 that we know.
Don't ask me what you know is true. Don't have to tell you I love your precious heart. I was standing, you were there, 2 worlds collided, and they could never tear us apart. We could live for 1,000 years, but if I hurt you, I make wine from your tears. I told you the we could fly, 'cause we all have wings, but some of us don't know why. I was standing and you were there, two worlds collided, but they could never ever tear us apart. You were standing and I was there, two worlds collided, and they can never ever tear us apart.
Okay, so I'd say this is probably my least favourite, but I think it could be because I don't recognise the song. I may know it, just I've got a feeling it was sung probably very differently to the original. The chorus sounds a little bit familiar. So Brett, when it's your turn, you can tell me who's, presuming you know it, and you can tell me who sings it. And like I say, I may actually know this song, but I didn't recognise it really from this, so I don't really have anything to compare it with. Obviously it was sung very low key, very chilled. There's nothing wrong with it. It was still enjoyable, sung very nicely, but again, just maybe just because I couldn't quite picture the song, the original, maybe couldn't appreciate it as much possibly. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say on it other than that. What about you?
Yeah, so again, like with the You've Got a Friend song, I was thinking of a different song with a different title to this song. The one I was thinking of was Love Will Tear Us Apart, which is a different song. Yeah, but this one, I don't think it'll trigger any memories for you, even if I say the band. So the band called In Excess, they're an Aussie band. Didn't have that many sort of songs. It's a hard one to answer in your behalf because I feel you might recognise if you heard the original, but I wouldn't. Yeah, it's like I say, I don't know how well known we really feel. Really, I like this one. Again, it's really hard to explain. So I go try and think to the original, which I was thinking during that I prefer because I feel with the original, the original is also a kind of slow song, but because you have more instrumental bits to it, it gives that oomph that you miss from like the other songs. So like you've been saying with the other ones, this one, I prefer the original, like you were saying with the others, it was missing that oomph. It needed, because it's already kind of like a slowish song with the meaning, but because I don't know, it lacks it a little bit there. But I still thought it was, at least, they've obviously got a particular style. We're getting this sort of style now coming through with this band. But I feel maybe with this one, after all the ones we've had previously, maybe this one feels maybe a bit too samey and maybe taking it too far. But I would still really like it. I think this voice also, like the previous one I said, had that sort of a bit of non-confidence and what was the word I used before?
Vulnerability.
Vulnerability and stuff like that. Yeah, so I still felt I had it in this one as well a little bit. But I think I'll take your lines, just missing that little oomph that the original has with the instrumental parts.
Well, at least you're on 5 out of 5. You've because you said you thought you only recognised 5 at the beginning. You
that's right. So. And I don't know. Yeah, I said I don't know if they count because actually was thinking of them as different songs, but I actually do recognise them. So yeah, I'm hoping to go for a 6 maybe.
Yeah, let's go for Faith.
guess it'd be nice if I could touch your body. I know not everybody has got a body like you, but I gotta think twice before I give my heart away. And I know all the games you play, 'cause I play them too. Oh, but I need some time from that emotion, time to pick my heart up off the floor. And when that love comes down without devotion, well, it takes a strong man, baby, but I'm showing you the door. 'Cause I gotta have faith, I gotta have faith, I gotta have faith, 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 faith. Baby, I know you're asking me to stay, so please, please, please don't go away. Say I'm giving you the blues. Maybe you mean every word you say. Can't help but think of yesterday and another who tied me down. A lover boils before this river becomes an ocean, before you throw my heart back on the floor. Oh, baby, I reconsider my foolish notion. Well, I need someone to hold me, but I wait for something more. I gotta have faith, I gotta have faith, I gotta have faith, 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 faith. Before this river becomes an ocean, before you throw my heart back on the floor. Oh, baby, I reconsider my foolish notion. Well, I need someone to hold me, but I wait for something more. Yeah, I gotta have faith, I gotta have faith, I gotta have faith, I gotta have faith.
Right, it's over to you. I think it's an even number.
Oh, yeah, okay, to me. So we've spoken about this artist not sleeping, the sleeping artist, what they call Sleeping at Last, not them, the original artist of this song, George Michael. I'm sure they did know and recognise that one there. And we've always spoken them differently, where I've said I quite like his stuff, and I've always agreed with you where maybe can be sometimes seen as overrated or don't know much of his stuff there. The point I'm trying to make is that this particular song of his, I'm actually not a massive fan of his. So please, George Michael fans, don't hate me. I love a lot of his stuff. I love his other stuff. This one, it comes under the category we've talked about before, a bit overplayed. Whenever someone plays, it's the one that always gets played, always gets done. And because it's a fast song normally, but not that fast. It's that sort of in between where you kind of have to, it's just, but very iconic, and it is good in its own right there, but it's not one of my favourites and a bit overplayed. So I really like the sort of take where it's sort of a little bit different. It's sort of little nods to it as well. Even like right at the start, we had the sort of, now I'm struggling with like the organ, what would be the organ parts, a little nod to that. And then even like little bits in the chorus where we went like the faith bit, like to the original. So little nods to the original there. But again, brought a different meaning to it. And I actually would probably prefer to listen to this one. So I will agree there might be times where actually it did drag a tiny bit, because I felt like an extra chorus when it's already, so at least with the original, you can get away with it because it's a little bit more upbeat. But here when it's slow, it just probably didn't need that extra little bit there. But felt really nice with the lyrics and the way he sung it. So again, I was quite pleased with this cover, and I would probably say I'd probably prefer to listen to this one than the original, dare I say it.
Yeah, so this is obviously a song that I did know, and I picked it out at the beginning as one that I recognised. Yeah, I quite like this. I thought this was pretty good. Obviously, yeah, it was a slowed down version again. That's obviously what they're doing with this album. But I thought it had quite a few different elements to it, which maybe wasn't the case, say, with the previous song, which felt a bit samey. Whereas with this one, it felt very orchestral, like
that's what I say, yeah.
Kind of like with the first song, Chasing Cars. So that was very prominent in this song, and yeah, even though it was slowed down, I still felt it did have oomph in its own way. Not like the original. The original, yeah, is kind of fast in a way. So I think like the way the singer, raised his voice up for the chorus and then brought it back down. I thought it all just kind of worked pretty well, this one. And yeah, I'm no lover of George Michael's music. This song, I can sort of take it or leave it. I'm talking about the original, but yeah, I think in a way maybe I prefer this one as well, this version of it. So yeah, I thought this was pretty good, this one. So let's move on to track 7, which is Rainbow Connection. So if you've worked it out, guys, I'm all out. I said there were 4 songs that I know, and then there was the extra one, Dark Horse, so that's 5. So these next 4 I don't recognise. So let's see if I do recognise them once you start singing.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows, and what's on the other side? Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know the wrong, wait and see. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me, who said that every wish would be heard and answered when wished on the morning star. Somebody thought of that, and someone believed it, and look what it's done so far. What's so amazing that keeps us stargazing, and what do we think we might see? Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me, all of us under its spell. We know that it's probably magic. Have you been half asleep? Have you heard voices? I've heard them calling my name. Is this the sweet sound they call the young sailors? The voice might be one and the same. I've heard it too many times to ignore it. It's something that I'm supposed to be. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers,
Right. Okay. So, yeah, I didn't recognise that song. I don't think I know it. So yeah, it was really nice. I thought. I'd say this one was very voice focused. I mean, all of them have been, to be fair. But I mean, the instrumentals were, I suppose, simpler in this song. We didn't have the whole orchestral kind of feel going on, so we could really focus on his voice. And I'd actually like to know what the original is, because it sounds quite a nice song, and I'm guessing the original is probably similar but a bit more spiced up. Really well sung, really good voice. I suppose maybe the negative now by this stage is that because all the songs are being sung in that sort of toned down way, and we're 7 songs in now, maybe I'm getting a little bit tired of this style. Maybe I want something a little bit more, a bit more oomph, as I keep saying. I don't know, more, I don't know, do you know what I mean? So maybe it doesn't bode well for the last 3 songs we've got coming up, because I don't think anything's going to change. As nice as it is, honestly, it's really nice music. I like the way they're singing these songs. It's just when you've got 10 in a row, you maybe need someone to break it up and just, yeah, something a bit faster, louder, I don't know. But yeah, really good song. Brett, what about you?
Yeah, so like my music streak has come to an end. A song that I don't recognise. It sounds really. I'm going to try and cover myself just in case it ends up being a song or well-known song. It does kind of sound familiar, but maybe it feels familiar because it's all the tones of other songs we've been having here already. But I really like that one, and it's really strange for a song that I don't really know, don't really recognise. To be one of my favourites on the album so far is telling a lot, really. I know you want a bit more, but I felt like that probably had more than probably some of the previous songs we've had there. But it's still very toned down. But yeah, just really nicely sung. I just felt really sort of, and again, the intrigueness probably came from thinking I might recognise it, trying to feel what it might have been or who it could have done. But I imagine what the sort of original. I do agree with you. I think maybe the original probably could be sung in the same vein, just with the lyrics. But then you look at the Katy Perry one, where if you heard the lyrics, you'd be like, and didn't know the song, you'd be oh, that could be a really slow, but it's actually totally different. So I'm really intrigued to know who or where this is. Oh, have you done the research already? Now have you been yabbing along too much for you to do that? Yeah. But as I was concluding, yeah, I really, really liked that one. And I said for a song which I didn't know compared to ones that I have recognised, that's really good going, I suppose. So, yeah, nice. But I will also agree with you where it is also a bit samey at this stage of the album as well. But I can't take that away from the fact I did enjoy listening to that song.
So I have to say, I'm really surprised you don't know this. When I read this to you, I'm just,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
really
please
surprised.
Don't be a bad.
Rainbow Connection is a song from the 1979 film The Muppet Movie, with music and lyrics written by Paul Williams and Kenneth Asher. The song was performed by Jim Henson as Kermit the Frog in the film.
Oh, okay. So there might be a background of sort of recognising it. Like, I don't know the original Muppets movie that well enough to know. So I know he sings one about being green. That's like the famous one from that. But it's funny now you sort of say that. I can really now picture Kermit the Frog in his voice, sort of singing that song. And actually, now you say it does kind of have that sort of. It could have been like from a Disney thing. Maybe because you've got like rainbows in the title. It just has that sort of more childlike kind of feel to it. But yeah, I'm not surprised I didn't know it, but I can see why you'd also be surprised why I wouldn't know that. But yeah, I need to go back and listen to Kermit's version of that as well, really.
So we move on to Already Gone.
Remember all the things we wanted, all the memories that haunted. We were always meant to say goodbye. Even with our fists held high, it never would have worked out right. We were never meant for do or die. I didn't want us to burn out. I didn't come here to hurt you. Now I can't stop. I want you to know that it doesn't matter where we take this road, but someone's gotta go. And I want you to know you couldn't have loved me better, but I want you to move on. So I'm already gone. Looking at you makes it harder, but I know that you'll find another that doesn't always make you want to cry. It started with the perfect kiss, then we could feel the poison setting. Perfect couldn't keep this love alive. You know that I love you so. I love you enough to let you go. I want you to know that it doesn't matter where we take this road, but someone's gotta go. And I want you to know you couldn't have loved me better, but I want you to move on. So I'm already gone. So I'm already gone. Remember all the things we wanted, all the memories they're haunted. We were always meant to say goodbye. I want you to know that it doesn't matter where we take this road, but someone's gotta go. And I want you to know you couldn't have loved me better, but I want you to move on. So I'm already gone. I'm already gone. Remember all the things we wanted, now all the memories they're haunted. We were always meant to say goodbye.
Right. It's an even number. Brett, go for it.
Oh, I really like that. My umming and ahhing, like, I don't recognize it, but I feel like I do or I should. So I'm in a real predicament there and
Right.
stuff.
I better get my phone again for you then.
But,
'cause
oh,
I
do you not know?
either.
Okay.
No.
I kind of had this feel from just before you bring one up, like sort of like again, maybe it's because it's the guy who's singing here, but like a James Bale, Lewis Capaldi, like a sort of male singer on his own. Lewis Capaldi especially, I felt like that was the strongest feeling I had to that there. But again, it's a bit samey, where we've got this sort of really nice voice, really sung really, really well, and I find myself really enjoying it, even though I don't, well, I feel or I think I don't know the song, and they're still having a really good impression on me there, really. Again, really liking his voice. This, again, has a little bit to it. It had a bit more of the music bringing into it. It was like the other ones have been more sort of, you said previously, like more vocal heavy, whilst this one we had a bit more with the instrumentals bringing into it as well, where it's sort of upped a little bit from there. But yeah, really, really like it. I'm just annoyed that, I don't know, you're probably going to say, oh, you should know, or you're going to say and recognise it straight away. I don't know. But Yeah, I've just been very pleasantly surprised that these songs that I haven't recognised have been some of my favourite ones on the album, which is probably testament to the singer.
Yeah, and on that topic, so like you said with the previous song, you said that was probably your favourite, even though you didn't recognise the song. So I think with this one, even though I didn't recognise the song, this is probably actually my favourite so far. Which again, is,
Okay.
like you said, it's quite unusual. Even more than the Backstreet Boys songs and the Chasing Cars, songs I do know and I really like. But yeah, I really like this song. I thought it felt really poignant, really powerful, a lot of emotion, and it really got me thinking that I really want to listen to the original. And I could, even though I didn't know who sung it, I do know now because I checked. I'll tell you in a moment. It felt like it's someone that I probably do know, and again, like you said, it's a song that I should know, and maybe I've heard it before. I don't know, but as the song was being sung, I was thinking, yeah, I really want to listen to the original. I bet you it's similar to this, but got even more. I don't know, like a little bit more of a beat maybe, or a little bit more. I don't know, to it. I don't know. I need to listen to the original, but this was really, really good. I love how this was sung, and it was really powerful. Really good song, and sung really well, and it's sung by Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, okay. Oh, now it makes me feel maybe do like a bit like you. Do I recognise it? Because
Yeah,
I know she's had a lot of songs, but I feel like the popular ones you would have generally heard from there. Even knowing Kelly Clarkson, I still can't picture generally the song, but I can definitely imagine her singing it. Yeah, but I can also see it as a still Kelly Clarkson slow ballad type song, but
yeah.
also a
And
more
well, that's what
fast
as soon
upbeat
as
one
it
as well.
came on, I thought, yeah, it's like a sort of real power ballad. And I've got a feeling she does sing it in a similar way. I don't think this is like a real upbeat, with lots of instrumental like going on. I've got a feeling she sings it in a pretty similar way. We'll have to listen and find out after we've recorded this.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to put down the list to going back to listen to that one for sure.
So next up is Today Has Been Okay.
Friends tell me it's spring. Our windows show the same. Without you here, the seasons pass me by. I know you were not new. It looked like May and June. All the same, I miss you. Today has been okay. Today has been okay. Preacher lost his son. He's known by all in town. You found him with another son of God. Feeding on the prey. Never mind what God says. Love has lost its cause, and I thought today had been okay. Today has been okay. Today has been okay. Winds burn your skin. No one's gone in vain. Here's where you'll stay. This life has been insane, but today has been okay. Today has been okay. Today has been okay. Today has been okay.
Right, so definitely don't know that song. Got no idea who sings that. And I definitely didn't particularly like it either. I felt this one really dragged on. It didn't have enough to it. I get the fact, I know the way they're singing these songs, the way these songs are, they're all sort of toned down. But at least, like, say, the previous song, that really had something to it. But this one, the chorus just was like, is it everything? Today's been okay. Just a bit, okay. Just a bit meh. Just didn't particularly like the song. I mean, he sung it well enough, but just dragged on. You can probably tell because I think when I keep sort of clicking this to sort of see how long's left, it's kind of a sign, that I'm not really enjoying it. There we go. So yeah, not for me this one. What about you?
I'll try and keep an eye on that maybe next time. It might give me a good idea what's going on. Also, you might want to do a bit of research. A song I don't know, but also in comparison to the other ones, it also felt like a song that I didn't feel like I recognised as well. I felt like this was like to me an unknown sort of indie American band. So, and I go saying like they've all been slow in tone, but this one particularly. And maybe I was trying to pick up the lyrics a little bit, just felt a little bit more sadder than some of the other ones as well. Maybe it's just like today's been okay. It's just the title doesn't have as much there, but I kind of got a feeling where this gives an impression where someone just say, when someone says, "Oh, how are you? Doing all right?" And you just say, "Yeah, I'm okay." And you, when actually maybe behind the scenes you're not feeling like that at all, but it's just the easy answers sort of give. So I got that kind of sort of tone and feeling from it. Hence why I was thinking like a band a bit more sort of emo based or a bit more pressing like a Radiohead actually, come to think of it, a bit more Radiohead kind of feeling to it. So yeah, like I said, I wouldn't like them to say I hate it. I did kind of get it, but I think in comparison to what we've had, and because we've already had a lot of these sort of same style kind of songs, this one feels a little bit more on the sadder, more slower parts of it there. But it would make me intrigued. I would like to sort of hear the original. I think for me, it feels like a song that's probably got a bit more sort of a deeper meaning to it, or I'm just trying to read too much into it from there.
So when I actually searched for this song, the first song that came up was this version of it. So I don't think it's a very well-known song. If it's a cover, right, and it's their version comes up first. So, but I think I have found it. It looks like it's Emiliana Torini. So I don't think it's a well-known song, basically.
Okay, so it's not Radiohead. Okay, fine.
No.
No, okay, and it's weird, and it's funny how the previous ones, where even though there were songs we didn't know, but we kind of felt we recognised, and even them, apart from maybe the Kermit one was a bit obscure, but the Kelly Clarkson one felt like we might have known it, and it actually turns out it did. And this one, though, even though we didn't know, but we kind of had the feeling where it didn't feel that familiar either. So there is something in that as well. So maybe we do know a little bit of what we're talking about.
Everyone's probably laughing at you saying that right now.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the laughs, the tumbleweed to sort of go past. Yeah.
But I did know about Toy Story and the song. What was it? What song?
A couple of characters from it as well.
Yeah, you got a friend in me. I could go on. Buzz Lightyear, remember him?
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, then really now you're really showing up.
Okay, we move on to track 10, Make You Feel My Love.
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, and there is no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for 1,000,000 years to make you feel my love. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I will never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met, no doubt in my mind where you belong. I go hungry, I go black and blue, I go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love. The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. There's nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love.
Right. There we go. You've got the final song to begin with.
I do indeed, and what a song to end on there. Before I talk a little bit more, can I ask you if you recognise this and who you think did the cover of this? Who did the original of this?
Yeah, I know the song. As soon as it came on, I recognised it. I was thinking who sung this. I don't know. I think it's a woman. Is it?
Yeah. So I don't know why I didn't pick up on it when we went down the list there. I think maybe I just wasn't thinking of the title too much there. But yeah, it's a song that I know. So the probably more popular one is the Adele one of this, which sings it amazingly well. And I will tell a funny video reminds me of Adele with this song. But actually Adele's one is actually a cover of itself. Original one was done by Bob Dylan. And the reason I know that is because my dad likes Bob Dylan and he likes the Bob Dylan version. And I've always said to him, because I actually prefer the Adele version to the Bob Dylan one. He's always just, he appreciates the Adele one, but it's sort of like, almost wanted to disown me really. But the same way he appreciates the Adele one, I appreciate the Bob Dylan one as well. But, sorry, say again?
He wanted to disown you?
I felt like an undertone, like I can imagine him feeling that, but we mutually agreed. And like I said, I do like Bob Dylan one, but for me, and maybe because just different eras and stuff, but the Adele one, and when she sings this, is amazing. I feel like I'm going away from Sleeping at Last, and because unfortunately for me, I still feel I prefer the Adele version to it, even though it's sung, it's a slow song, sung the same way, and Adele's one also doesn't have a lot of instrumentals to it, but just from her voice, it gives the tone of your album you've been saying a lot of, gives it that oomph where she sort of takes it up a bit and just gives it what it needs, brings up it, and then sort of brings the emotional bit there. Whilst Sleeping the Last version, I like it, but it kept that same sort of emotion just throughout, where I feel like Adele's at least played up and had that little bit of oomph to it as well. But what I will finish though, there is a great video of Adele who, I can't remember what it was for. It was for a program where she went sort of undercover and went and sort of in disguise to a Adele singing competition with some other Adele people there, and she was the last one to go up. And it was this song that she did, and you could see some people's reaction sort of picking up straight away, going, that can only be Adele because she sung it so perfectly, and others who were just so confused and sort of taken aback and didn't realise that it was Adele time. I'll try and find a link. Yeah, it's a really nice sort of watch for that there. So nice from Sleeping Last, but unfortunately for me, the original cover, Adele's version, is the one that I still prefer.
Yeah, listen, I'm with you on that. So Adele did cross my mind when I was thinking who sings this, and I also thought that, I'm not just saying this, I did think it's probably been sung by a few different people as well, so I was right with that as well. And as this song was playing, I was like, I really like this song. The version of it I know, and I do like this, but I just felt with the original it had a bit more oomph to it, right? Which, as you've just said as well. So, so I'm with you on that one. I prefer Adele's version because I think it went up with Adele, like she really takes it up in the right places to really give it that emotional pull. Whereas with this, as nice as it was, like you say, I know it just sounds like I'm copying you, but it did kind of stay on that one level, and it never quite got to that same emotional level as say Adele's version. But yeah, nice song to finish on, nevertheless. So for summing up quickly, I enjoyed that. I'd probably say 10 songs of that same kind of style was probably a little bit too much for me, though. But I think what was good in it, went in its favour, is that they are generally songs that, for the most part, that I do like. It's a style of music. The actual song, the originals are songs that most of them that I do like. So, if this had been like real obscure songs or a different sort of style of music, I might be a bit not sure. But so I did enjoy it, but I just think the original songs helped me to enjoy it. But it's not taking anything away from them. Some really good singer, the lead singer. Instrumentals are really good as well, with some orchestral parts, and we had the tin part as well. And one of the songs, "You Got a Friend in Me." So yeah, I enjoyed it, but 10's definitely enough songs. I wouldn't want to listen to it any more, at least not in one go. What about you?
Again, agree with the sort of points you made there. Like I said, I really like the ones where there were recognised songs, and like I said, they're songs that you would generally like as well, so that helps. But yeah, the songs that really recognise and sort of turn them into something completely different. And the other plus was then a couple of songs that I didn't know, actually found that I really liked. Maybe it was because of the singer and the style, I don't know. Maybe it was how good the originals may have been that made it better there, but really enjoyed those ones there. But I agree, I think 10 was just about right from there. But I know, so we normally like variation, and I do feel there was a fair bit of, at least a bit of variation with the song covers that he had done. Like I said, just purely taking from the Adele's ones to like the Backstreet Boys ones. I know they're pop songs, but they're definitely different styles of that one there. But I think if there was suddenly ones with a bit more oomph to them in the traditional sense, then it kind of wouldn't fit in as well. It kind of works with what this is about there. And yeah, so like I said, I really liked his voice, and I said the fact that I liked songs that I didn't recognise, and there were songs that original ones that I did really like, and he managed to make me prefer his one as well. It says a lot positives for the album from there. So even though it was a bit samey, wouldn't want to carry on listening to much more. Overall, I think it was a very positive, good cover album.
And I think just as well, just to finalise, so I finished on 6 songs that I knew. I was expecting it to be 4. I think yours was the same. You expected it to be 5, but you ended up on 7.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys, that's it from us. Thank you for watching. See you again soon for the next one, hopefully. Bye-bye.